Yeah, so my name's Scott. I'm from an agency called Excite Media. We're a Brisbane-based digital marketing agency. Started in 2003, back when websites were new and shiny and everyone needed one, when it was a great time to get in the industry, and have evolved into being more of a digital marketing agency over the last 20 or so years. Yeah. I think before working with Trimline, finances were a bit of an afterthought. It's not that I didn't have oversight of it, but we didn't have a disciplined way of reviewing finances and making financial decisions. It was sort of a situation where, if something was going wrong, we'd put our attention into it, but we weren't being as intentional and we didn't have as much of a structured approach. So it's been great to have that structured approach. And also, I guess, not having a background in finance myself, I still am a numbers person, kind of learnt skills over time, but I kind of figured out my own way of doing things. But then having, a professional there to say, hey, well, this is how you actually can do it, and this is the correct terminology for what you're trying to do here. It's been good to learn those things and kind of get input from a professional. Overall, the impact we've seen is being a bit more intentional with what we're doing. So things like goal setting, decision making, feeling like things are under control, and confirming we're on the right track. Finances have definitely stabilized, I would say, since working with Trimline, because we are taking that structured approach, taking a more proactive approach. Michael questions the things that need to be questioned about, okay, well, why are we spending more on this than we should be, and it kind of prompts us to take action on things that need dealing with. Yeah, no, it's been great. So our leadership structure is myself and my business partner, as well as our GM. We're actually quite good friends outside of work. We've known each other for years. So it has actually been good having Michael there sometimes to, act as a bit of a referee. Like, we are all good friends, but sometimes we have different ideas, and it's good to have that person to say, come on, guys, let's stay on track. That sort of thing. I think Michael's professionalism and how he deals with that, and how he helps to synthesize all the different ideas that we're throwing out there, where we can be a bit chaotic throwing different ideas into the mix, but keeping us on track with what we need to focus on, and having productive conversations rather than the conversations we used to have, which would just go off on all sorts of random tangents. So no, it's been good having that structured approach and Michael there to keep us in check. Yeah, having that financial clarity helps us be a bit more confident in our decision making, felt a bit more in control, I suppose. And just having that sounding board there in Michael, who's seen other agencies, how it all works, and kind of sometimes giving us a bit of a pep talk on, actually, guys, we're doing all right here. Don't be so hard on yourselves, or and vice versa. Sometimes, there's things that we're not giving enough attention that we should. So when we're making decisions, having someone there to lean on to just kind of sense check things has really helped us make more definite decisions and stick to the decisions that we have made. Yeah, no, definitely recommend Trimline, and actually have done already. To anytime I encounter someone that's considering using Trimline, definitely give a solid recommendation. In terms of why, I guess it depends on what you're needing at the time, but if obviously there's the expertise side of finance, which if you don't have that covered internally, then you really do need to treat that as a high priority. And having that outsourced to a CFO who has seen other agencies, not just your own business, I think provides extra value in that they are able to sense check things and benchmark. And the number of times that Michael's been able to pull out a statistic of, well, this is the amount that you traditionally we see agencies spend on this line item, whereas this is what we should be aiming for with this metric. It is good to kind of give you some goalposts to aim for. Not saying that we blindly adopt those benchmarks, but it is good to know roughly where you're at and have someone who's seen different things play out in different agencies. And there's been a lot of conversations we've had, often strategic conversations, where we're looking at a decision of where we're going to guide the next 2-3 years of the business, and having Michael, having seen different businesses in different scenarios, has really helped us to either validate or invalidate an idea that we might have. So, yeah, absolutely would and do recommend Trimline.